We are finally back. We're doing a winter storm coverage stream. It's been so long since we've done one of these. We have not done one yet this season, so I figured that tonight would be a pretty good night to kick things off. This is going to be more of a winter storm forecast than anything else, because right now we don't really have any significant activity going on in terms of winter storm behavior. What I will say is that we do have a little ice shower that we're going to watch here near Lake City, Colorado. Alright, this is moving off to the northeast, so this could have some freezing drizzle in it. So if you're in this area, make sure to look out for that. Take it safe on the roads there, as they're going to be very frosty out as this shower moves through. In this area, we could be seeing up to 10 to 20 inches of snow with locally higher amounts and gusts up to 40 miles per hour here over the next several days, and we're going to get into all that in a little bit. But things are going to be even worse in some other areas, right? We're talking about pretty much the entirety of the West, in terms of the mountainous regions anyway, having the potential to see significant snowfall over the next several days. You can see all these different alerts that we've got in effect here in the western United States. These winter alerts, we got freeze watches, freeze warnings, winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories. We've got red flag warnings because of those high winds. And again, we're going to talk about what this means for all these areas here in just a moment. But I want to go ahead and pull up stream checks again. It's been so long since we've done one of these. I hope you guys are excited for this live stream. If you are, please be sure to like and subscribe to help spread the message here. You live in the snow belt in northeast Ohio, not looking forward to winter. You think it'll be an early winter? Yeah, so I mean, honestly, Northeast Ohio, again, probably, if anything, I would say slightly above average snowfall. Again, obviously, that lake effect snow is pretty nasty every year, but I think that this year it could be a little bit more interesting, actually, than it usually is, because we are expecting wetter conditions across not just the Ohio Valley, but also portions of the Great Lakes region. So I think that you could definitely be right in your assumption there that you could see some more snow than normal. And again, I mean, you're already starting to see some of those freezing conditions come into play here in Northeast Ohio, and actually across the entirety of the Ohio Valley and back through parts of Appalachia as well, and even back into parts of New England. We've got a massive batch of freeze warnings here. At my house, we're under a freeze warning. All right, we've got ourselves again frosty conditions out there. We had frosty conditions this morning, and it's going to continue to be that way here for the next couple of days. But things will warm up shortly before becoming very cold once again in a few weeks. So, anyway. You got good Northern Lights pictures last week. That's awesome. Yeah, I got some decent pictures. I didn't get anything crazy, but they were visible across pretty much the entirety of the lower 48. So that was pretty fun. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into some of this winter storm forecasting. It's been, again, a long time since I've done this. I'm going to be extremely rusty. I really don't know what I should be showing here. But I guess we'll just go ahead and start off by taking a look at the GFS model here for the next few days. So we can see that we're going to have ourselves lots of showers and thunderstorms all across the west here. But you'll notice every now and then we got snow showers mixing in there, right? And that's pretty interesting. So this is pretty much what things are looking like right now, and this is what the GFS was saying, right? We've got rain across a good chunk of parts of Idaho, Montana, Nevada, back through California, Oregon, and Washington, with some isolated snow showers maybe trying to mix in there in parts of Washington. However, it looks like it's pretty unlikely at this time. And then we've also got ourselves a good chunk of rain in parts of Colorado and Utah. And again, we're going to try to see if some of those little snow showers do mix in there, because if they do, they could produce very, very, very heavy snow for a brief period of time here. That would be pretty interesting. And again, we got that little ice shower going in southwest Colorado, so we'll go and take another look at that in a minute. But as we go into later tonight, into tomorrow, right, we're going to continue to see more of the same, but with more snow peeking out as the temperatures cool. We can see that we've got a large batch of snow that we're expecting across central Idaho back through southwest Montana and northwest Wyoming, and that's actually why we've got winter storm warnings here in portions of Montana, right? So we've got ourselves 6 to 14 inches of snow expected here with this specific storm. Now that is in, very localized areas in the highest of the Gallatin and Madison County mountains here in the Centennial Mountains as well. It's up Indiana. So anyway, I didn't say thunderstorms in Alaska, but all right. So we've also got ourselves, again, winter storm warnings for, again, both parts of Madison and what was the other county? Madison and Gallatin counties here. Again, winter storm warnings as the snow will mix in here quite significantly overnight with some of that rain. And then we're going to go later into tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to continue to see more of the same. If you're in Bozeman, Montana, you could be seeing some wintry mix in there. Seattle, Washington, wintry mix. All right, we're talking about Salt Lake City, seeing some wintry mix. It's a Bornus. We've got maybe even the western suburbs of Denver starting to get in on some of that wintry mix as well. But by 4 p.m. tomorrow, I mean, it is honestly mostly going to be snow here across parts of southwest Montana and eastern Idaho. There's really not going to be much rain in that. It's going to be pretty solidly snow, and it'll be like that for the next couple of days. And again, that's going to push southeastward, and we actually could see severe weather in parts of New Mexico and Texas. But again, on the backside of that system there, we will be seeing some more snow showers, some heavy, in parts of Colorado and New Mexico, and that's why we've got our winter storm watches in effect there in the dark blue for parts of Colorado. So, and again, we're also going to continue to see more snow in parts of Colorado as that system pushes northward. And I don't think it's going to be a massive severe weather threat, but honestly, anything right now is quite surprising because of the calm period that we've been in. But anyway. But yeah, we did have the first blizzard warning of the year in one of our Alaskan counties here. It's going out for eastern Beaufort Seacoast. Gusts up to 55 miles per hour, 2 to 4 inches of snow. The main problem there will just be the damaging winds. You know, blizzard warning gets everybody all excited that they're going to see 40, 50 inches of snow, or disappointed if you don't like snow. But what usually ends up happening in those blizzard warnings is you see a decent bit of snow. The reason blizzard warnings are issued is because we've got high winds that we're expecting in that area along with the snow. If you're just going to get, a crap ton of snow, say 50 inches, if the gusts only get up to 20, 30 miles an hour, they're just going to issue winter storm warnings. They're not going to issue blizzard warnings. Right now it's 44, it's 62 here. Yeah, everybody that's tuning in, make sure to let me know what conditions are like in your area right now, because again, it's quite chilly all across the country compared to normal, honestly. Let's go ahead and check up on conditions back here at my neck of the woods here, in my neck of the woods, I guess I should say. So it looks like right now we're sitting in between 44 and 41 degrees. Again, I'm not going to get too specific, but kind of right in between those two markers there is, I usually calculate the average, and then that's what I determine is the temperature in my region, about 42.5 degrees here, I'd say. Back here in east central Illinois. I mean, 62 for this time of year, that's quite chilly for Texas. It's not cold for Texas, but it's quite chilly. That's jacket weather down there in Texas, I feel like. And 44 for South Carolina, that's a pretty big deal. Again, we've got freeze warnings going out all throughout Appalachia here, even down into parts of Georgia, and frost advisories going back into parts of Alabama and Mississippi. If we just look at the temperatures here across the southeast, we can see they are actually definitely cooling down a significant amount. We've got 40s and 50s across the board. And whenever I say southeast, I mean anywhere from Kentucky to Alabama back up to Virginia. 40s and 50s, just in general across that area. Again, we're going to see some 30s mix in there later tonight into tomorrow morning whenever those frosty conditions start to take place. Or other way around, I guess. We'll see frosty conditions whenever that happens. But 46 in northeast Iowa. Yeah, it's windy out there all across Iowa. And again, that's going to lead to a high fire danger. Very dry, very windy. So, it's cold in North Alabama. Let's check that out. Again, you're under a frost advisory there, I believe. So, yeah, looks like you're chilling in the 40s. So, I know that's cold for Alabama. But, again, the folks that are really going to feel like it's chilly out, even though it's not, Well, it is going to be chilly, but it's not going to be like anything crazy. But the folks that are going to feel like it is it's going to be the deep south because they don't see anything like this at this time of year. Usually, this is the kind of stuff they see during the winter. So to see this during October is just wild for them. And I mean, even if you go further south, obviously it's going to warm up. But, even along the Gulf Coast right now, it's not like super toasty. I mean, we're in the 50s. It's still pretty chilly. So. But, again, I mean, just taking a look at, like, the Dixie Alley region. Honestly, right now, we're kind of just chilling. In the 50s for a lot of you guys, 40s for some of you if you're further up to the north. Take a look at some of our major cities. Looks like Montgomery, Alabama, you got about 47 degrees on the board. Tuscaloosa, 49. We are talking 46 in Huntsville and then 50 in Tallahassee. They said a freeze is possible in Abbeville, South Carolina. I wouldn't place money on that, but yeah, there's a good chance. Again, I believe you're under a frost advisory, so I don't know if you're going to see like a hard freeze per se, but you definitely could see some frosty conditions out there. You're either in the frost advisory or you're like a county outside of it. It's very close. But, yeah, you're in that frost advisory, just barely. So, anyway. It's 47 degrees in eastern Kentucky. Again, that's chilly for this area. I had band practice outside for 2 hours straight last night. I went out in shorts and a t-shirt because I just do that. I never wear sweatpants or hoodies or jackets or anything. You're gonna hear me say this right now. Whenever it's snowing outside and we're covering a winter storm in my area, I'm gonna be sitting here in shorts and a t-shirt. I don't put on heavier clothing than that. I feel like it's built up my tolerance a lot for colder conditions. I'm just a stupid person, honestly. Again, don't try that at home. If it is snowing outside, please put on more than shorts and a t-shirt. I mean, it is really cold whenever you start to get into parts of the upper Midwest. I mean, we go up towards parts of Wisconsin. The reason they don't have frost advisories or freeze warnings is because they've already had their freeze. They're in the 30s. And again, some of the spots are going to be in the 20s later into tomorrow morning, really. So let's go ahead and check up on our little snow shower buddy here in southwest Colorado, starting to dissipate significantly. Or ice shower, rather. With wind chills, I've been greatly under that, like negative 30s, negative 40s. Yeah, negative 18. If you're just talking about the actual temperature, that's a big deal. Even for Chicago, that's cold. But again, south of Lake City, Colorado. Got a little ice shower here. Maybe even a couple of wet snowflakes trying to mix in. Again, we're right, like, gosh, dude, it's about probably like 38 degrees or so in this area here. You can see we've got 46 on the board west of here, 30 on the board southeast of here. Probably about 38 degrees. Jamaica is so cool right now. Good night, Mr. Weatherman. All right, thank you for tuning in, Sophia. Jamaica, you know it's bad whenever it's cool in Jamaica. You were cold, so you had a cold. Huh. Whenever I say, ice shower, by the way, guys, I mean like wintry mix. Alright, we're not really going to be seeing, like actual little pellets of ice, because with that, you've got to have very specific conditions, and we're not meeting those by any means. But, again, some wintry mix for sure. And it'll be kind of icy and slushy, so. in Lake City. This is going to be heading just to the south of you, right near the Red Cloud Peak and Carson Peak. It's the snow line in terms of... hold on. I'm not exactly sure what the snow line would be in terms of elevation, by the way. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm not exactly sure, but it's just safe to say, if you are in... Well, I guess we could just go and look at the winter storm warnings here. I mean, if you're... let's see, not that one. We need the one for the south of Bozeman area. If you're above 7,000 feet, again, we're expecting 6 to 14 inches, and the lower down you go, little by little, it's going to become less. You got Raider Omega, nice. So, it's interesting. I don't know if this is right or not, but we are in the 90s in Phoenix. That cannot be right. At 9 p.m., I guess it's only 6:30 over there, 7:30. Alright, see ya. It's the temperature in Las Vegas, 85. What are my thoughts on Max Velocity? An awesome guy. Again, he's been in some of the streams. I've messaged him on Twitter a little bit. We haven't talked a ton, but I messaged him a couple times. He's really chill. He's awesome. But anyway. Into the subscriptions, yeah. I mean, you don't have to have the subscriptions, though, to have a good experience on Raider Omega. Honestly, a lot of the stuff that you get with this, the stuff that I'm using right now, all of this is available without a subscription. He is very cool, yes. Alrighty. Well, I was in his live stream, so yes, I did see it. Yeah, it really doesn't get better than that for $9. Not at all. And you're getting basically the same stuff that the professionals use on TV for $9. And that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, most of them, on those setups. You got a phone? Download the app. $9. I know you have a phone if you're watching this. So, be honest, how many of you guys are watching on your phone right now? Let's do a quick little survey. Looks like we could have some wintry mix trying to mix in here with our little shower near Roosevelt, Utah. Although that could just be because of the positioning of the radar site. I don't actually think there's any precipitation in that area. There could be. It could just be the mountains penetrating, blocking this one's view. But anyway. Are the freeze warnings usual? So yeah, this is about the time. It's a little earlier than usual for a good chunk of the Ohio Valley, but this is about the median date of the first frost, or the first freeze rather, for a good chunk of this area. I'm on your lounge room TV. Yeah, I'm guessing that 99% of these people are just watching on their phone. I mean, Raider Omega, really, for the most part, you use it for United States weather. 'Cause they don't have, like, radars anywhere else, so. Radar Omega would do other countries if there were radars in other areas, but I was watching on an Android. That's crazy. I'm on your school computer. That's wild. We got Germany. They've got radars, but you're on your iPhone. Apple or Android, chat? Apple or Android? The age-old question. I actually don't have a phone. I'm getting one for Christmas, though. I think I'm getting an iPhone 15 Pro Max, I believe. My first phone. So, that's exciting. Check the Berlin radar. What am I going to see? Just a wedge in the ground. There's nothing. And W, Mr. Storm, go wish him a happy birthday if you didn't already. His first stream today. Go check that out. Go subscribe to him if you somehow haven't by now. If you haven't subscribed to Mr. Storm by now, I'm questioning, like, where you've been, honestly. If you're a regular viewer and you've never heard me talk about Mr. Storm. He told me he was a little embarrassed by his commentary after the stream, but I thought he was great. Honestly, I didn't think that it was horrible. Again, it's just hard whenever there's not a lot to talk about. I think that was part of the thing that was stressing him out, but well, you want to say there's no hurricanes, but Milton. Thank you, Jack. I guess you did say rare hurricanes. I think by the time we get to November, we'll have a lot more to talk about just in terms of winter storms. Again, we're already seeing some of those winter storms in the Rockies. And we're seeing our first freeze across parts of the Midwest. I like this camera. We're going to keep that up there for a second. I'm going to look at something. That was a horrible voice crack, by the way. Chat, my ears are finally back to normal. I had so many problems with my ears recently, if you're not aware. They're back to normal. I can hear again, so that's nice. What a commodity. Hey, there's Mr. Storm on his new phone. We were literally just talking about the stream we did. Yeah, he's got an iPhone now, too. W. Hey, if you want to hop on, just give me a ring. I don't know if you're busy or not, but if you want to hop on, just call me. We're kind of bored right now. You're downloading Discord on it? Gotcha. Go ahead and check up on our little wintry mix shower in Colorado. Yeah, again, it's dying out. It may just be because we can't see it because of the radar penetration through the mountains, but again, south of Lake City, there's a little bit of wintry mix coming into frame. And again, maybe a little bit of wintry mix trying to happen in some of our snow showers, or our rain showers rather, closer to Utah. You have an iPhone 14 that you got last Christmas. It's wild that the iPhone 14 is over 2 years old now. I don't know how that's possible. I love, like, tech guys like Ultimate iDevice Vids, Mr. Who's the Boss. I like their phone, like, battery drain tests in particular, and their speed tests. They're awesome. So. Imagine being out here in Alaska. It's just gotta be wild living in Alaska. I love how, even during winter storms, if you're out here in our area that's has a blizzard warning right now, you are 350 miles from the nearest radar site. So you are not getting coverage. And there's mountains in between here and there, so you're definitely not seeing anything at all. That's like trying to use the Evansville radar from, like, Kansas City, almost. Like, you're not gonna see a dang thing. Yes, I have heard of Marques Brownlee. So, chat, I had the choice of a 15 Pro Max, a 15 Plus, or a 16. I almost said the 16 just because I wanted the newest line of phones and Apple Intelligence as well. But the 15 Pro Max is just objectively more powerful. It's just better. So, let's go ahead and bring up the specs here, chat. This is now an iPhone review stream. So, let's see. I don't care about the SE. The SE, though, is a good value phone, for sure. So, again, dude, the only thing I'm going to be missing, and I'm going to be really sad about missing, is Apple Intelligence. I'm very sad about that, actually. Oh, wait, the 15 Pro Max gets it, too. Never mind, chat. How did I not know that? But we've got ourselves a better camera. Again, I've done too much research on this. A better camera. We can do 5 times zoom, which you can't do with the 16. You've got yourself 7 hours more of screen time, and that's the thing that I care about most, honestly. You can, let's see here, you've got yourself better charging. It's just all around a better phone, so. Good night. But yeah. Your friend has an iPhone 6, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, I kind of wanted the bigger screen as well, if I'm being honest. A lot of people like their phone to have a smaller screen. I think I want a bigger screen. So, anyway, after that Yap Fest. Still got 16,000 in Tampa without power. We've still got outages from Helene, guys, especially in North Carolina and Mitchell County. Good night. It's rough. And again, it's going to stay that way for months until things, well, not months, but months from when it made landfall. It's going to take months for things to go back to fully restored. Again, the recovery efforts for Milton, honestly, were pretty successful because this is a much weaker storm at landfall. What's up, Jesse? You're moving to Illinois? That's actually awesome. So anyway, chat, I think we're going to end off the stream here. Again, sorry if you're just not tuning in. We don't have really anything else to talk about. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to this live stream. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.